Hi guys, what's up? This is Guruputran here with yet another new episode for you. So let's jump onto the topic. The topic is Laravel. Laravel is a backend engine based on PHP. It is one of the very popular engines that is hot topic now. Angular. Angular is a front-end engine based on JavaScript for JS or TypeScript. It is one of the very popular front-end engines that is hot topic now also. Let's do a small Laravel application now. Let's post something to a server and let's display it in a view. Later on, we will use Angular to handle this at the front end. This will be a good exercise for you to understand Laravel and Angular working as a team. Viewers, please be reminded that this is not a beginner's tutorial as I expect you to have some skills at installing Laravel, Angular, and also using the command lines. If you find it difficult, just pick up these skills from other channels or ebooks or whatever way you find to understand and get those basic skills. Then you can follow me. Is that clear, guys? Thanks a lot. What are my contact details? As of now, I open Gmail and here it is gpsmartcodes@gmail.com. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and like it. You can post healthy comments but please abstain from unhealthy comments as many of you. What are my contact details? As of now, I open Gmail and here it is gpsmartcodes@gmail.com. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and like it. You can post healthy comments, but please abstain from unhealthy comments as many of my YouTube teachers say it as well. After all, we present the video with good intention, so why unhealthy comments? If you feel that the video is not to your level, just skip it. Lots of people out there are just picking up and they may need help by seeing this video. So that's all guys, and let's go ahead. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like it. Post nice comments. Let's walk along. I do all these introductions upfront so that we can focus on the project which is going to come now. Thank you very much. In order to make the backend ready, we need to follow few steps as I am outlining here. So let me go through the steps first and later on I will show you how we make the full backend with the Laravel. The first step is to use Composer to install Laravel Collective, which is a form helper. The command is given as shown. Composer require Laravel Collective /html. Then we go to config/app.php and inside the providers collective/html/html service provider.class and inside aliases we put form collective HTML form facade class and go to app service provider.php and look for public function boot. In there we need to change schema default string length is 191 and add to the top in this file use illuminate support facades schema. So this is to eliminate database error which will happen if we did not include this code inside app service provider. I am using localhost with exam server. So we need to go to phpMyAdmin and create a new database, test it. And go to the .env file in Laravel root, edit the contents about database. Now database is done. Come to the command prompt for Laravel and initiate php artisan make migration create members table. Now we are going to create members table. Go to the relevant member file inside the database folder and edit it. Then we go to command prompt php artisan make model member. So we make a model called member. Once that is done, go to the model member.php, edit it. After that, give the command prompt php artisan migrate. Go to web.php under the routes folder. Make the routes one route for get and one route for post. Create the controller, member controller, PHP artisan make controller, member controller. Update it as per the routes. Update it as per the routes. Create view member blade.php and update it. Finally, PHP artisan serve. Go to localhost 8000 and see if everything is okay. I know I did a very hurry type of reading this material, but you can pause the screen at any time and read the steps or write in your notebook and then see what I am doing on the screen. I just read it for you to make you understand that this much steps are needed to make the backend working for the Angular to take over later. So with these steps, we are completing the backend with Laravel. So guys, let's go to the actual scenario where I am going to show you all the screenshots, what is happening in these steps. So now we are going to do the practical steps hands-on on making the backend ready. Before that, let me outline to you what I studied from my gurus. You can use WAMP or XAMPP or whatever local server you have with you. There will be a file where we have htdocs, which is the folder where we are going to launch all our website folders here. I had made a folder called Guruputran. Inside this Guruputran, you can see two folders, Ben and Fen. Ben stands for backend, Fen stands for frontend. So backend is Laravel and frontend is Angular. If we open the backend, you can see all the Laravel files are installed here. And then if we go to frontend, you can see all the Angular files are installed here. So as of now, we are going to focus on the Ben, which is backend. In order to process or proceed further, we need to have a few tools ready with us. So one is the git bash. You can see I am using git bash tool in order to make the command prompt active for me. Similarly, you need to have a good editor. I would recommend Sublime Text for you, but it is your choice. Sublime Text is a very user-friendly editor and it is so powerful. And of course, you need to have a browser. Currently, I am using Opera browser. And then you can see the completed backend as seen here. Of course, you can see the validation error messages here. So that is not an issue. And as usual, once it is ready, you need to do PHP artisan serve so that we are able to look at localhost /8000 where Laravel serves the web page. You can see here, I refresh it. Currently, we are looking at the finished product. So I just enter member name, grade name, and I will give a email but I will not enter any message, and I'm going to give safe member. What happens? Let's see. The message field is required. This is what Laravel validation is telling us. So another sample I am going to show you is I simply enter Great Dane or Great Dane, whatever it be, and I give the safe member. Now the email must be a valid email address because this is a non-valid email address. And finally, I don't give any name there. Let us click and see. The name field is required. So all the three fields are being validated by Laravel. This is what I wanted to show you as a finished product. So let's see how we can make this product first. First of all, as I told you, remember we need to do composer require Laravel collective /html. So I am not going to show you in the command prompt here because why? It takes a lot of time and I need to pause and on the screen many times. So it is also time consuming for me. That's why I outlined the steps for you earlier. So please pause the slide wherever you want and then take notes of what I have written and then you execute it in command prompt. So once that is done, we will be able to get the Laravel collective /html inside. I have closed the front end. Front end is Angular and I have opened only the backend. So inside the backend you can see, yeah, it's inside the composer.json. You can see Control F, Laravel. You click and see, find Laravel helper. Yes, you can see that Laravel collective is installed. This is what I wanted to show you. That Laravel collective is installed here once you do the composer command. So let's get back to our website. The next step is to go to providers, right? So inside the providers, where we need to go to config/app.php. So let's go to the Sublime text. Let's close this. So one important thing of or the powerful nature of Sublime is that if you press Control P, right, and then you just click app.php and boom, the config.app.php is shown on the screen. You just click it and you check for providers. So if you look at the providers, you can see that I have added collective HTML service provider with two dots and a class. This is the way you declare inside the providers array. So next step you can see is aliases, right? So inside the aliases, you make a declaration as per shown here. Form collective HTML form facade class. So once that is done, we pass over to the next step, which is go to app service provider. So Control P, app service provider. So let's look at it. So you can go the boot function and you include schema default string length 191. And then you include this line also, use illuminate support facade schema. This is to prevent database errors happening after we create the tables. Okay, let me close that. And I'm going to the next step as I have outlined to you. Which is I am telling that I am using exam server. Yeah. And so let's go to PHP my admin. So once you start the exam server, you will be able to see the PHP admin. So in there, you can see there is a database which I have created. You can look at it. Okay, this is the test it database, right? So inside the test it database, you can see there is a members table, right? So you click at the members table and you can see a structure which consists of name, email, and message. So how to get this table done inside the database? So let us go back to our steps. So first of all, after we create the database test it inside php.myadmin, we have to go to .env file in Laravel. So let's go to control P .env. Okay, so you can see inside the database connection MySQL DB host, leave it all as it is. DB database test it. For me, DB username is root and there is no password because I am doing a local host exam. So check your server configuration and accordingly you fill up database username password. So once that is done, the env we can forget about it, and let's go to the next step, which is PHP artisan make migration create members table. So once you do that command at the command prompt, you are going to get inside the database a file like this. So let's open the file and you can see I have updated the contents inside this file as it is. That means I'm going to include a name, an email, and a message field, which are all string, only that message is text. Remember, there is one convention in Laravel. If the table is plural, that means members, the model is going to be singular, which is called member. This is just a convention. It doesn't mean that you can have a member table and a member model. It will not work. Yes, it will work. But we try to follow all the gurus and the Laravel convention where we will have a members table and we will have a member model. So that is the next step we are going to do at the command prompt. If we can refer to my list, it's PHP artisan make model member. So let's go and grab the member file. So control P member. So member.php comes up and you can see that we have declared table as members and public fieldable is name, email, and message. These are the three fields that we created. Hope till now everything is clear for you guys. So now once the member model is created, our next step is to do the migration. Migration is nothing but creation of these three fields inside the database, which is MySQL for us in this context. So as you can see, name, email, message is created. Once that is created, we can go to the next step, which is making the controller. So what's the command to make the controller? Is PHP artisan make controller member controller. Of course, you can put any name for the controller. I just put member controller. You can put member also, but the problem is that you have a member.php as a model and you have member.php as a controller. Later on, you can get confused. So you have to explicitly state member controller. This is a good method that I learned from my gurus, which I am sharing with you. So let's go to make the member controller, and I have done that already. So let's grab the member controller. So control P member just put C and it will come up member controller. So inside the member controller, we have two functions, public function index and public function store. So what does the index function do? It just returns a view which is called member. And what does the store function do? It's going to take the input from our form, which is here. And once we submit this form, it's going to be captured in the database through this command. Member create request all, and then the member is created and we return back success, thanks, it's done. This is the information we give back, or Laravel gives back to the user. So in order for these two functions to work, we need to do a routing. So let's go to web.php. So where is the web.php? Just type web.php. It's inside the routes. So I can show you where it is. It's inside the routes. We are calling web.php here. Okay. So now we have two routes here. One is a get and another is a post. Get is for getting all the data from the database. We will take care of this get function or the get route later. I just made it in order to show that we need two routes for this whole system to work. And the second route is route post member in, as member in.store uses member controller at store. So if you look at the Laravel documentations or ebooks or books, whatever references you have, this is just a method or a route we have created for the form to work, as well as we are having a named route here. You can see this route is named as member in.store. Remember this point, because I will get back to you when we go to the views how it is useful, this member in.store, which is a named route here, and it uses member controller at store. Okay, so once that is done, the routing is done, we will go to make the view, which is member.blade.php. So inside the views folder, which is still inside the resources folder, we create member.blade.php. So let's open it. So the code I will give you in GitHub, I will provide the link for you so that you can just copy paste the code and you can use as it is. So let's just go through the code. It's just a conventional HTML file with doc type HTML and all. Laravel member testing. We have a link here for Bootstrap. Actually, you can install Bootstrap inside Laravel, but that's a different topic which we will cover maybe in some other future videos, because that's not falling as a scope inside this present video series. These are all Bootstrap classes. Division class and member form is a h1 tag. So if session has success, that means this is the session. That means the success is given back to the view. If session has success, we have alert success and session gets success, where we will get the information which we have given to the user, which is thanks, it's done. So these are all at if and if are all blade classes or blade syntax. Then we have form open. Here only I wanted to explicitly tell you that the named route or the named route, people call it route and route, whatever it be, the member in dot store, right? The member in dot store comes from where? Because this is a named route as member in dot store. So you can see here member in dot store. So once that is done, form open member in dot store, we are telling form group. These are all collective syntaxes which you can always refer to Laravel documentation or Laravel collective documentation. And we have the name, we have the email, and finally we have the message here. And this span class text danger, this is all for validation, because you would have seen this red color. This is given by this little guy, span class text danger errors, right? And then we close the form and we close the division, body, and HTML. So that is what the member.blade.php. Remember, guys, this member.blade.php is very relevant in Laravel because we are not having any special front end like Angular. But when Angular comes in, which is a powerful guy, when Angular comes in as the front end, remember that we will no longer use member.blade.php and it'll be just idling inside the Laravel folders. Later on, I will show you what I am telling just now, what I explained to you just now, because you need to see the Angular. Furthermore, the validations will be taken care by Angular and not anymore by Laravel. So that is the power of Angular. So this is just out of bounds for this present video. So we are focusing on Laravel only, right? Okay. Once we have the member.blade.php ready, we have the routes ready, and we have the member controller ready. You can see that here is the validation going on. This validate request, name required, email required, which must be email format, and message required. So let me just comment, yeah, the message required, right? I am saving it. Let me go back to the folder, yeah, and I just click it. You see, this validation for message is gone because why? We commented that. I put back, save it, I refresh. You can see when I submit, it comes in again, right? So validation is active now. One more thing, you see here, this area where I'm pointing my mouse, right? I click the refresh button. You see the Laravel is refreshing, right? So this is because PHP servers are basically need to refresh everything to get new current information. But later on, when we strap in the Angular, I will show you that it's an Ajax based request and hence the page will no more refresh and all the validations will be dynamic. What that means is, for example, I just ended Great Dane, right? And then I saved the member. You can see that it's refreshing. And the validation is coming after the refresh happens, right? But for Angular, once the Angular takes over, the validations will dynamic. That means once you click it and you come out, the validation will show automatic. That is the power of Angular, guys. And of course, we mix the power of Angular and Laravel together that makes it a superhero duo, which I like it so much. And that is what I feel like I need to come out in the YouTube and teaching you guys who need help and make a video series of whatever knowledge I have learned from a gurus as a true Guruputran. Okay, let's go forward with our discussions. Now we were discussing about validations, right? Once the validations are done, let's go ahead to create. So let me go to the database. Let me go to the browse. And just for starting sake, let me delete this. Yeah. Okay. So now we have a clear database. Nothing is there, right? So let me refresh the page. We need to start off as a new member form, right? Okay. So let me put Alex. Let me put Alex. Sorry for the typo. Alex at yahoo.com. Yeah. A fictitious email. And we say, hi, Alex. You look awesome today. Okay. So now we are going to save the member. Let's see. Save member. So it's refreshing until it goes into the database. You see, thanks, it's done. Where do you get it from? You get it from the command you have given to the controller. Thanks, it's done. Right. So the user gets an indication. Thanks, it's done. What that mean? It goes into database already. So let's browse again. You can see Alex is there. Hi Alex, you look awesome today, right? Okay. So now with that, I hope you enjoyed my video. Of course, because sorry guys, I'm just making it as a new channel. I'm not talking so professional, or I don't have music in my videos, or dazzling pictures and all. I'm just studying how to make videos as well. Yeah. So important thing is the matter or the data we convey to the students. That is the most important thing. And that is the most important thing my teachers have also taught me. Maybe their slides or their videos or their website may not be looking so beautiful, but the information they convey to us is so amazing and so powerful. We learn it forever. So hope guys you like my video and you will support me by liking the YouTube channel as well as subscribing to my channel, because I read in somewhere in the Google or YouTube I need minimum 100 subscribers in order to have my own URL or URI, so that once I have 100 subscribers I can have my own URI in YouTube. So once I reach that 100 subscribers, of course I'm going to change the URI to a more meaningful Guruputran, whatever it be. Let me think about it. And meanwhile, as I told you, please subscribe in my channel and put your good comments. Those who want to put bad comments, please abstain from doing so, because many of my teachers are telling that in YouTube, and that's what I am conveying to you. Please be good to people who are teaching you. If you don't like the video, just keep it and you go to whichever teacher you like. Nobody is holding you, right? But please don't put bad comments. That is the most important thing. Later on, I will introduce you to many of my, amazing teachers, or teachers who have taught me. They are still available in YouTube, and they are still making lot of great videos, and I really salute them. I really am humble with them, to teach me everything what I know. Maybe I know a certain percentage of their knowledge only, but nevertheless, I am able to work and practice as a developer, do my own work, which these teachers have made me stand there. So hopefully, guys, thanks a lot. Sorry, I am talking a lot because I feel like conveying to you, the goodness of good teachers. I have seen some teachers, I won't say they are bad teachers, maybe this is their quality, they are so very professional, they are so stylish, or they are so fast, or they want to show off their power, they are so fast and telling you everything. Maybe some other people can catch, what they are telling or follow them, but I think for me, it's not so easy to catch if you are talking very fast and then you are so stylish or you are so over professional, you want to show off. No, that is not my style. My style, you could have understood through this video. So, guys, let's look forward to a new, better video in this series. It's almost 10:45 in the night. I need to catch up a sleep. So I wish you all success and goodness in your life. Please come back and look at my videos. I'm going to do many, many topics as and when I get time. It would be interesting topics, I can promise you. Till then, cheers. Have a good night or good day in the morning if you are in different time zone. Have a good day. Bye bye, viewers and YouTube listeners. Thank you very much.